you're anything like me, you've wondered from time to time, what is an athlete supposed to eat? Are you supposed to eat gels all the time, even though those seem repulsively high in sugar? Are you supposed to do sports drinks, the ones that are high sugar and high sodium? Or are you supposed to be healthy, eating high fiber chia seeds and coconut oil for every meal and every run of the day? I'm here to solve these problems for you, to give you the answers of what I've seen on the overarching principle and philosophy of how an athlete should eat for every day and for training. And these are two different things. So stick around and learn the differences between daily nutrition versus training nutrition. I get it. It may seem trivial. And if you've been around Feel Right blog or Apex Nutrition TV for any time at all, you've probably heard me refer to daily nutrition versus training nutrition and thought, oh, what a bunch of junk. What is she even talking about? Well, let me clarify for you how this has become the standard and kind of the overarching principle for everything I teach. This is what has allowed my clients to lose weight and get to race weight or goal weight while still performing great and not sacrificing an ounce of power. That's what we're going for. But it requires that you see these two things in different lights, that you understand that daily nutrition is what you eat day to day, your meals and snacks that your body simply requires for being alive and for thriving. And then there's training nutrition, on the other hand, in which your body needs specific nutrients exactly when it needs them, but not at other times. So let's break it down rather quickly, and then if you want to dive into it any more, of course I've got plans for you. So first of all, let's start with daily nutrition. Generally, daily nutrition is going to consist of 3 meals per day, maybe snacks in between if you want. Now, I'm not talking about snacky foods, but whole food, real food snacks in between, maybe even something before bed. Generally, these are going to be whole foods, slow foods, meaning that you are not having processed, instant sort of meals, but real foods that are high fiber and whole. So for breakfast, we're talking about something like maybe a baked sweet potato and some eggs, or some still cut oats with some fruit, something like that. For lunch, you get the idea. These are real whole foods. They are slow. They go through the digestive tract slowly and affect the blood sugars in your body slowly. So this is for steady energy all day long, and even at night we kind of take away some of those carbs that we've used during the day because we're only about to go to bed and we don't need those. So that is one way that my clients work to lose weight.
Mom, Dad didn't.
Now I will link below to both my rate of digestion video and my light at night video to clarify that a bit, because I can't stick everything into this one video. That's daily nutrition. Now on the opposite end of the spectrum, we've got training nutrition. So training nutrition requires that you have faster nutrients, things that don't stay in your stomach because you don't want to run or ride or climb or whatever you're doing with a full stomach. And guess what? High fiber foods and higher, even healthy fat foods, stay in your stomach too long when you're training. So you want things that are lower fiber, more instant, more things that will get through you rather quickly. So you want that nutrients that will affect blood sugar quickly, and then by giving it to yourself constantly, you can maintain those higher levels. This is what can give your body, in addition to the glycogen stores that you have, the more immediate energy, and by fueling yourself throughout a training, you can have that throughout. Now, for a workout that's 60 minutes or less, you generally don't even need to mess with this. But for anything longer, you will feel and do better with training nutrition. Now, training nutrition encompasses before, during, and after training. Now, all those periods of time can use and do better on quicker fuel than daily nutrition. So on days when you don't train, you don't even try any of this training nutrition. You don't need it. We don't sit on the couch and watch the Tour de France while drinking a sports drink, because we're not in the Tour de France. We don't need it. And their kind of old school thought for a lot of athletes was that we need carbs, so we just eat carbs all the time. And generally that's okay in your 20s, but by the time women get to their 30s and men get to their 40s, a lot of times pounds will start adding on, hormone balance will be kind of off, and we start to experience these different chronic problems from having too much carbs in our system all the time. Now the other side of it is that some athletes want to be so healthy that they never want to have sugar, nothing processed, nothing fast, only whole, slow, real foods. And that's great if you want to lug an apple with you in your, in your pack or your jersey pocket through a 10-hour, huge thing that you're doing. I don't think so. Whenever you're doing anything that is strenuous and hard, you want things that are light, fast, and give your body the right nutrients at the right time. So as you dive into apexnutritionllc.com and you see my plans, we are going to separate these two. The goals for one is nourishment, is fat loss if that's your goal, is overall being healthy and nourished and feeling good and steady energy day to day. The other one is that you train your best, that you feel strong, and that you continue to get better as an athlete from before you start training all the way through recovery afterwards. Different things. Don't mix the two. No guilt with this one coming over here. We'll still use the best of what we can for training nutrition. I'm not going to give you or recommend complete junk over here. I'll still use whole foods as much as I can, but I'll also give you recommendations for good sports drinks and gels and things like that as well, because there's a time and a place for both. So that is my wrap up on training nutrition versus daily nutrition. And if you're anything like me, separating these two things could be a key for you to really solving both issues and meeting your goals in both areas of your life. So thank you so much, and head on over to apexnutritionllc.com for so much more.